specialist, Mike Hannick.
I'm Dr. Peter Minke with Family Time Fitness. You're searching for information on gross motor skills, so we're here to talk about gross motor skills and kind of things you might need to know when you're thinking about improving gross motor skills for your child.
So first of all, let's talk about what gross motor skills are. And these are large muscle movements, or large movements that use our large muscle groups, arms, legs, core, to improve just our general movement and get our body in sync.
The most fundamental gross movement activity we have is walking. It takes about 9 months for a baby to learn how to walk. It goes through a process. So the brain, in terms of when we're looking at gross motor skills, we're trying to understand how do we improve gross motor skills. We need to understand that the brain actually already has a wiring process. And so if we look at that from a neurological development standpoint, a baby goes from crawling or moving their hands and then crawling and pulling up and then walking. Most people, most children, basically we learn how to walk, but then we don't really get any significant training in movement patterns after that. And so if we're looking at gross motor skills, we need to look at how to train the body for these bigger movements. And so that's where we're going to talk about how do we have a training program for gross motor skills.
So to develop things to improve our running, improve our throwing and catching, improve our hopping and skipping, and with that program, we really need to start with some fundamental movements, some basic movements, and then build on those movements, make them a little bit more complex. We need to add variety to those types of movements as well.
So fundamental movements are the kind of movements that the body needs for jumping and landing, left and right activities, reaching, having the force of the body go from the ground up through the arms, so you see all kinds of different activities. A program that is a well-developed program that helps develop gross motor skills has to include all of these fundamental movement patterns. Now, you've been working with kids for for many years. If we're talking about developing gross motor skills in children, it has to be a fun program, right?
It does. It absolutely has to be fun. If it's not fun, they're not going to do it. They're going to be bored and they're just going to stop doing it. Same thing for any adult. Really, we do things that we enjoy. And so we've got to engage our children in these activities and make it fun. And really, we're designed to move. And once the kids start moving, they actually are having fun doing it. They realize, wow, it's fun to hop, it's fun to skip, it's fun to jump and land and run around and do those things.
So the design of movement is already in our bodies. The program, the neurological program, is already there. If you're searching for information on gross motor skills in order to help improve the gross motor skills for your child, there is a way to do that. In order to get gross motor skills developed, you have to follow a program. There has to be a design, a lesson plan, something that helps the child go through these fundamental movement patterns that builds jumping and landing, reaching, left and right movements, crawling patterns, and all those things have to be encouraged and nurtured and worked on. So once we learn how to walk, most people stop developing their gross motor skills. And whether you're looking for gross motor development for athletic performance, or whether you're looking for gross motor because your handwriting is off and the fine motor skills aren't there, there is a program that you can do. You want to check us out at www.familytimefitness.com. We have a program that you can run at home, professionally designed lesson plans, and this will provide you the structure to help your child build gross motor skills.